Welcome to Southern Cooking Made Simple with Melanie. Today I am making a pot of thick, soupy pinto beans, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. I started out today with a big pot of pinto beans. I took 4 pounds of pinto beans, brought them up to a boil, brought them about 10 minutes. I let them boil hard, and that brings the gases off of them. And then I dump that off, put the water back on it again, bring it to a boil, dump that water off after 10 minutes, and then we're at this stage right here. Now I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. Making a thick pot of soup beans is not complicated. After you've boiled them the 2 times for 10 minutes and dumped the gases off, fill the pot back up with water, add in your bacon and bacon grease. I use 3 slices with the greases that come off of that bacon, and 1/4 of a stick of butter in this 4 pounds of pinto bean pot. When you put the water back on them and you're bringing them back up to a boil the 3rd time, that's when you add your butter and bacon grease, salt and pepper, and you're going to cook them for 30 minutes on low. Now this should cook your bean completely through, and just take a bean out after the 30 minutes and squeeze it in between your fingers to see if it's done. And when it's done, the beans at that point, you're ready to remove half of the beans out of the pot. So I just took a slotted spoon and removed half of my beans, and then I turned the water up, added 2 more cups of water, and I turned the water up on real high, and that allowed them to boil exceedingly fast. That's what creates, for the last 30 minutes of cooking, that's what creates your soup bean consistency. Now there's one other way you can come up with this same exact texture, and that is to start off at this point with the beans after they've been drained twice, and add in already cooked pinto beans. That'll bring you the same result. And the first time I saw that done, I thought that was the silliest thing. I thought, that's ridiculous. Those are not going to be any good. That's going to be awful. They're going to burn. It's not going to work right. They were the most delicious beans I had ever eaten in my life. And my mom showed me how to do this. In essence, you're just cooking some of the beans up. You're cooking them completely down. But that's what makes them get thick. And if your company's coming, you can always smash a little bit of them and gets the same, almost the same texture, but there's nothing that can replace that real fast, hard boiling. And you'll see what I mean when you do that. Add your extra 2 cups of water and then let it boil. And to go with these beans, I had a little bit of ham left over from Easter. So I took the ham and chopped it up, put it in my pan, and I boiled it in some water for about 10 minutes to create a broth. Then I put in my potatoes, quartered, and boiled them in the ham broth until they were fork tender. These are absolutely delicious. You're going to love them. The only seasoning you put in this is salt and pepper. If you add anything else, it completely changes the taste of the ham and potato, and they're perfectly delicious on their own. Add 1/4 teaspoon of butter. Enjoy! Thanks to everybody that stopped by my channel today, checking out my recipes. I don't know if you've tried any of my other recipes, but you will see I am totally not a boring cook. And to go with those beans and taters, I made a delicious pan of cornbread with 1½ cups of cornmeal and 1/2 cup of self-rising flour, a cup of buttermilk, 1 egg, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Put it in the oven and bake it at 400. Enjoy! Y'all come back now. Here.